Hello and welcome back to Abnormality. So as you can see by the title, I'm going to do a day in the life of a high school student suddenly online because of COVID-19. I'm in my final year of school, so grade 12 in Canada, they call it like senior year in UK. Anyway, I am 17, almost 18, and it's my final year of school, if that's a frame of reference for anybody. But yeah, I haven't done a video in a while, but my friend said I should do this because it's such an unprecedented time, and I was like, why not? It's kind of fun. I'll carry a camera around for a day. Feel awkward while doing it. It's all cool. But yeah, I guess you're going to kind of see what I do in a day. It's later than I usually get up right now because I was reading. Usually I eat breakfast and then read, but today I read and now I'm going to eat breakfast. Super cool. Check yours, Juliet, are you with me? Rain is on. Alright, now it's time to study. I've eaten breakfast, made my bed, been responsible, and read, of course, because who doesn't love reading? Apparently most people, but I don't understand that. I would read all day, every day, and then still want to read more, but that's just me. So I am a unicorn mug full of water. I can't tell you how much I love this. It was my sister's, but she didn't use it, and so I said, okay, now it's mine, and she went, okay. She's 10. That's why she had the mug. But now I have it. And yeah, I'm gonna do my homework now. I made myself a list yesterday of what I need to do today. And I'm trying this new thing where instead of every single day writing down every single thing I need to do for the next week, I write down what I want to try to do today, because if I write down everything I want to do for the next week, I get really stressed out. But I would honestly really recommend making yourself a list. So today we have mostly pre-cal, chem, calculus, need to work on my physics lab, and then like exercise and film this video. / cut my nails because I was playing guitar yesterday and they're too long. Which I think most people don't realize, like if you play a string instrument like this, hopefully it's focusing, is too long. And it's like what most people would consider really short. So I cut my nails like every week. Yeah, I used to do that for piano too though. And saxophone, because it's not great to play with saxophone with long nails. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm going to start by taking calculus notes. Fun times. Here is my setup. Super professional. Totally not just like me chucking a whole bunch of stuff on my desk. But I do over there, the bottom shelf, the two bottom right ones, those are all my textbooks and binders and stuff, plus the one at the side of my desk. I'm working on calculus notes right now, and I thought I'd show you the program that we're using. So we're using something called StudyForge, and it takes you through these video lessons. Let me turn the volume up on my computer and I'll show you. Alright, so here's the video lesson. I'll just play a few seconds of it. So this is what I've watched so far. It's I don't know, something with Adobe Flash. I don't really know.
And so we have these maximums and minimums called extrema, okay? And we are very interested in these.
Oh, yeah. Let's rewind a bit.
Again. They have
so
the
look,
minimum
it does
value.
this.
They could be something like the minimum amount of cost in a certain time frame. And here's your definition again, if you'd like it.
So it's this really cool program. It has a whole bunch of chapters. We're doing, of course, calculus, but they have different programs and stuff. And they actually made it free for teachers to let their students use because of the outbreak, because students are in normal school. So, yeah, so there's these video lessons. I don't know what this one is. I'm assuming it's just another one. And then they have all these questions we can answer. So what I've been doing is I'm going through the lessons and I'm writing all my notes so that when questions are assigned, and then my teacher sees the questions that are assigned because we send in our work, I have the notes to be able to work through them and to understand it. And yeah, of all my classes, well, not of all my classes, but learning calculus in high school is basically teaching me what I will be learning next year or in a few months in university. And so it's really important to me, at least, that I have good notes because I'm planning on not losing these notes and using them in the future. And yeah, so yeah, the program's pretty cool. I thought maybe someone's interested. So that's what we're doing for calculus. It looks quite a bit different from most of my classes. We're using something called Microsoft Teams, and I'll go through what that looks like in a little bit. But yeah, calculus is on StudyForge. This was basically just me explaining that I was in the back of my mom's van and we were going to go say happy birthday to Grammy, whose birthday it was, and that my aunt and two cousins were also coming. And then we were going to social distance, say hello to happy birthday, and then my mom started singing a terrible song and I said I was going to save you from my family, and that's basically the clip because the audio got destroyed, and yeah, goodbye. I couldn't get the audio to work on this clip, but I'm including it because it made me laugh so hard. The people in this car had a stinking tree in their Jeep. There was a tree in their Jeep, and they were playing the weirdest music. And they just were playing weird music and had a stinking tree in their Jeep. Like, why? Just why? Alright, I'm back home now. As you can see, I'm in my bedroom again, at my desk, to do homework. I never got to finish my calculus notes because we ended up seeing my grandparents, and we were there a lot longer than I expected, but it was really nice. It was nice to be able to go say happy birthday and chat with everyone for a little bit. It's I am someone who finds social interaction quite exhausting and difficult, but when you haven't had it in so long, it's actually quite nice. I've been discovering through this whole situation. So yeah, the next order of business is not to finish my calculus notes, but there's an online quiz for chemistry that is from 2 o'clock until 3 o'clock today. So it's almost 2 o'clock. The time is 13:55 or 1:55, so my quiz starts in 5 minutes. I have what I need for it right here. And yeah, I'm going to do a chem quiz and then finish my calculus notes. And I think from there, I don't really know. I'll let you know when I decide. Alright, so I just figured out how to actually record my screen. I was trying to use my camera to film my screen and it looked so bad. So I just showed how I do my chem quiz, and I have to hand it in by 3, so I'm totally fine to be doing this. I have 18 minutes before it's due. But basically what happens is I have this little HP app. My mom conveniently has, oh, what is it doing? An HP printer, and I have an HP computer, so it works really well together. So what I do is I hit scan, I put my paper on the printer, just because this is how this specific teacher wants it, and my paper's already on, so I hit scan, and then we wait, and we continue waiting, and we wait some more, and we watch the little blue dots. I might have to cut a whole bunch of this because this is really boring. Okay, so here, this is the second page of my quiz. As you can see, it's a PDF right there, and all I have to do is hit save. I've already saved this one, so I'm not going to. It's Chem Titrations Quiz 2. That's the second one. But I'd rename it and I'd save it. And yeah, so then what I do is, because I have more than one PDF document and my teacher likes them in the same one, I hit upload files. I go into documents. And then we just go, where was it? Chem Titrations. Oh, I spelled it with an S. That's dumb.
Yeah, chem titrations quiz, upload files, grab the second one, and this PDF combine thing is super easy. Literally combinepdf.com. I've had no problems with it. It's just a website. Put your files in it, combine, and what it does is it spits you out. This one, and it has both of your files on a PDF. So if you're like me and you're at home trying to figure out school, honestly, this was such a win, and I highly recommend. Easy to use, easy to work with.
Okay, yesterday I was going to try to show how I turned in my chem quiz because it does this really cool thing. So here is me a day later. I finished my English assignment. So ready? Turn in. Isn't that fun? And it does like a whole bunch of different ones and it makes me really happy every time. Okay, that's all I got. Bye bye. I finished my calculus. Every single time I try to pick up this stinking camera and be like, I finished blank. I'm working on blank. The number of fails, like earlier, it took me a couple takes to say chemistry when I said I was doing calculus. Now, I said chem and I'm doing calc. Needless to say, I just got my little sister and my cousin sorted. They are having social distance hangout. And then we found out my cousin has a dance class that they really wanted her to be in because she does dance. So we got her set up on our iPad and she's dancing in our backyard now. Yeah, that was a child screaming. All right. And I'm done chemistry for now, and I'm going to work on finishing my calculus notes, and then I'm going to work on pre-calculus notes. And then I'm probably going to do physics. It's a lot, and it's stressful, and for a long time, I really wanted to do online school because I'm not, I was never interested in the social aspect. I'm always frustrated because the other kids in my class, they'll learn slower, they'll read too slow, or, I'm just bored a lot, especially when I was younger. When I'm older, because now that I'm older, I'm in, a lot of math science, and I'm doing higher level stuff, so I'm very much less I am much less frequently bored in class. But doing it online, I'm so glad I never did because I can work all day, and last week I spent all of Monday taking notes, all of Tuesday and all of Wednesday doing questions. And I was just I kept going to bed at night thinking I've checked nothing off my list. This is taking so long, and it was kind of miserable. So I'm trying to stay more sane this week by not doing the same thing over and over. I'm going to try to mix it up a little bit, but it's weird. It's weird, and it was sudden, and it's hard to come to terms with and figure out. I mean, especially since I'm in my final year of school. It's weird. Although I don't think I'm having exams, or I know I'm not having exams, and I'm not complaining about that. Alright, I finished calculus, taking a reading break, and now I'm going to move on to pre-calculus. But before I do pre-calculus, there's this really cool app called Duolingo, and this is kind of what I've done. I haven't done very much on it, but it's a language learning app, and my French teacher had said she might be getting the class to do it. She hasn't announced if that's actually happening yet, but I figured it wouldn't hurt me to keep up on it. I started it a while ago and then was getting frustrated because it was too easy. I've since realized that you can skip levels if you don't make mistakes, but if you're lazy like me and you just the mistakes happen because you're not actually paying close enough attention, that you don't get to pass the levels because the program just thinks you're dumb. So yeah. Anyway, if anyone wants to learn Duolingo, it's Duolango. It's that. Oh, is it going to show up? Well, it looks terrible on the camera. Anyway, it's that one. It's the fuzzy green one. And they have tons of different languages: French, Spanish, Italian, Swedish. They have a bunch of endangered languages that are almost spoken by no one. Yeah, and it's a super cool platform. If anyone wants to keep up your skills, learn new stuff, It's a really cool thing. And it'll keep me up on my French. I also have, which I'm meaning to keep reading, and I haven't been, and I should. I have the third Harry Potter book en français, Le Prisonnier d'Azkaban. Yeah, I've read the first two in French, and it's really cool reading a book in another language. You don't actually have to be even that good. I picked Harry Potter because I was, and still am, big into the series, and I've read all the books in English multiple times. So what is harder for me to translate in French, my prior knowledge of the story plotline helps me fill in some of those gaps, so it's less frustrating to read it through. I also have the first book in the Percy Jackson series. If anyone knows me really well, you have heard me mention those series. That's like my favorite book series from like middle school till probably even like grade 9, beginning of high school. So good. So good. Rick Riordan, everybody. Shout out to him. He's amazing. Like my favorite author of probably when I was like 11 to 14. And I would still read his books. He's so good. So yeah, we're going to do Duolingo, then we're going to take some more notes, and then we're going to do some more equations. And I'm going to try not to go crazy.